Hello there, I'm Dennis. I'm here to give you a quick intro on FileBrain Pro platform. It's going to be a bit of a technical overview in this video, but in the next one, I'm going to be explaining this with much more simple words. So FileBrain is a RAG-based system which has advanced project customization, focus on data privacy, and provides complete transparency in data handling. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate to you. So as an example, I took my other platform. FinScraper is a platform for private investors, and we're going to be working with data from that platform. Yeah, so that's the website. So we're going to be working with the landing page of it, an FAQ session, and few customized documents about the services. When you create the project, you need to pre-fill some settings, right? You give it a title name, you give it a prompt, you select temperature, you select where it's going to be stored, in which vector database. You can whether bring your own Quadrant or Pinecone credentials here, or you can use a hosted solution. The knowledge base consists of a set of files, right? Each knowledge set represented by an item, which is a file. So these files have to be stored somewhere. That's why we have file storage for these. You can also use the hosted solution. Then you need to bring your LLM key and select a model that you want to be using. In this case, 3.5 Turbo. That's just enough to start working with the accurately compiled data, right? You can select the embedding model. New embedding 3 small does the work just well. And in settings, you can select whether it's going to be a similar search or max marginal relevant search. Few more settings, like when you want to chunk your text up, max response tokens, memory settings, and show URL response. That's something I'll show you a bit later. It's a bit of a sensitive setting. So first of all, you create the project, you set the settings. Most of it's all pre-configured, so all you need to do is just to deliver the name, description, update a bit of a prompt, and bring your LLM key. That's it. You're ready to start, right? Once the project is created, you navigate to knowledge base and you upload your files, or you can go and scrape whatever URL. In that case, we're going to be, for example, doing, let's scrape the FAQ section of finscraper.com. You can use two different scrapers, the default one or Beautiful Soup one, if you know what this library is in Python. Then you can also see how the text is being delivered from the remote site, right? And also you can see the overlap. That's probably a bit too technical, so we don't go this path. If you know this, that's fine. If not, later I'll explain what it is in more details, right? But what we can notice here is that we scraped the cookie message here, and we don't want that in our knowledge base, right? We want it to be as accurate as possible. So we have this option to edit the files, the scraped documents, and we can go and just remove all this stuff. We click save, and it's going to be re-indexed, re-added to our vector database, which is basically our knowledge base. So the knowledge base is configured, set. We can see what kind of data I've uploaded here for the initial document for FinScraper. And that's it. We're ready to test it. Let's start with normal test, right? List me your services. That's what you want to ask to try to understand what the platform is all about, right? And the answer is wide range of global markets, including US, European, world stocks, ETFs, commodities, crypto exchanges, decentralized. Yes. So the answer is accurate. And now we want to see, okay, how the answer was formed, right? Let's grab this question again. We go to the playground this time, and we ask the same question, but we say chunks, let's say 8. This is good. Let's say 1000 response token. Temperature is this. Yeah, okay, good. So here, as you can see, we have the same question. The answer is a bit more formatted. The sources are the finscraper.com FAQ, which relates to the section on finscraper.com/FAQ, right? But it's presented as a one entity, as file. and also the initial doc file that I uploaded with services of FinScraper. Here we can see the data usage in token size, in token window, because we have this limitation on each LLM side, right? And these are the sources represented by chunks. So in this file, this chunk was used as a context and handed over to LLM to then make a final call, right? To make a final decision, wrap it up into a proper answer. So these are the chunks that were used, and this all lead to this response generation. So that's what I call data transparency. So you can indeed see how your data is stored in a knowledge base. Yeah, you can open each file, you can modify these files, you can change the chunking parameters in settings, so you can achieve the max relevance by doing this. So you prepare this on the knowledge base level. Then in the playground, you test this and see, because sometimes there might be some weird answers, of course, and it's not only because of the LLM hallucinations and all that stuff, but also your data can be sometimes, chunked in the middle of the meaningful block, right? Splitting the meaning, and yeah, this might be an issue. And how you discover these cases is by using Playground, so you can see what's going on chunk level here, and then you know what you need to do to adjust your knowledge base to provide more relevant answers. There is also conversation logs, which shows you the full story of the requests to your knowledge base, right? And if some questions that user bring, the knowledge base were not able to answer, so it doesn't have the information about this subject, you will see this unanswered table popping up, seeing the original question from user, the response provided by the system. So distance to the moon, I'm sorry, I can only provide information related to financial services of FinScraper. Yes, because that's the whole idea, right? To limit the knowledge of the LLM to only scope of your knowledge base. And that's a fair scenario in this case. But of course, if there is like, yeah, can I buy, I don't know, Bitcoin through your platform or whatever question might be related to your services, well, related to my service in this case, then you can update this information in your knowledge base. By doing this, you improve the quality of your knowledge base, yeah, and users will have more responses. What I can also do, I can go to knowledge base, for example, in this case, yeah, create a Q&A file to do not prepare a custom-made doc file, PDF, whatever, and I can just create these things on go. So I just give it a name, I place this question, use Markdown for this, place some answer, for example, and then I save it, and it's going to be added to the knowledge base as well. And now we have more documents in here. We can, of course, view it, edit it, and so on. Integrations capabilities. These are API calls, which you can do to the platform to get the response back. Through these, you can integrate this system with anything like VoiceFlow, BotPress, Telegram messengers, and other messengers, whatever can use API. Yeah, you can integrate with this platform and get the same type of responses through this. Let's see an example of how it works being integrated with VoiceFlow. For example, on FinScraper, I have, okay, but we first need to update the knowledge base, because for the very specific question that we have now for the distance to the moon, I have no idea, so I'll say the kilometers. Not enough. But we'll see. So it's now in our database, right? It is integrated with the VoiceFlow, connected on the back to the FileBrain. So we're going to ask this question: what is the difference? What is the distance to the moon? And that's exactly what we just placed in our knowledge base, right? So this is a very quick way to update simple Q&A data, right? When you have a chat, when your support service is constantly in contact with customers, some questions might rise up and you want to just save time and quickly place it in your system. So that's what you're going to be using Q&A files for. You can also have a final demo and present it to your clients, potential customers. But it's going to be acting exactly the same way, just a chat, which is querying your knowledge base and providing you AI formed responses, right? So this is it in a nutshell. These are the brief capabilities of this platform. And of course, in future video, I will go into more details, explaining with more technical language of how it all works, but also from the perspective of the business owners who want to integrate this platform to their services. If you still have any more questions or require more details, you can get in contact with us and we will be more than happy to assist you with your queries. Thank you.